All right, here we go. Training number 3. Does it look like I'm going crazy already? It's only the third one. Welcome, everybody, to the 11 o'clock Eastern Time hour of the virtual Roadshow. Mark Arjane, MC. We are excited to have Alta Labs, one of our newish partners as far as network goes. We have Tony Rassabong here. He is the Director of Business Development. We also have Matt Bear here, who can help with answering some of our questions that you guys have. Again, if you're in here, 50 points you get for attending all the live webinars. It's going to be recorded and listed on the virtual conference center on the right side of your screen. You'll get 20 points for viewing that as well. If you haven't claimed your gift card for your free lunch, make sure you do that today. We're giving lunch every day of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you'll have a $20 gift card to claim for your free lunch. So again, thank you guys for being here. Tony, we'll get started with you. We are also doing a raffle. We're going to give away Alta Labs launch pack, which includes a switch and some access points. So answer your questions or ask the questions. Take the poll, which is going to go live. It's just a couple questions for you to go ahead and complete, and we will get you guys in the raffle for our Alta Labs launch pack. So, Tony, thanks again for being here, buddy, and take it away.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mark. And thanks, guys, for joining us. So this is pretty awesome. Trade show without actually having to join a trade show or travel and fly out to somewhere that costs a lot of money. So appreciate the 21st team and Mark in setting this up. Saves us a lot of time and money, right? All of us. So we're excited to talk to you guys about Alta Labs. So as Mark mentioned, I'm Director of Business Development. A little bit about me. I came from the networking space. I've been in it for a very long time. I worked for a distributor for 6 years. Before Ubiquity, I was at Ubiquity Networks for 9 years, helping launch the Unify platform that a lot of people know about today. So, but a lot of the guys that you guys might know have joined Alta Labs. But Alta Labs is a new company in a way, but we're not a startup. Our parent company, as some of you guys might know, is Sound Vision Technologies. They own True Audio and Vessel and a bunch of other companies in that Pro AV space. So they've been around for over 24 years plus now. So a lot of cool stuff happening. Alta Labs is our first networking line for Sound Vision Technology, and we're excited to tell you guys about it. Some of you guys might even have used Alta Labs before. So hopefully as you guys listen, there's a lot of products that I will talk about that's been around for over a year and a half, 2 years now. But there are some new products that recently launched that I'll mention as well. On the call as well, we have our Director of Customer Solutions, Matt Bear. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw it into chat. He'll monitor some of those questions and answer them as needed as well. As I mentioned, we are new but very experienced. Originally founded in 2022, but our parent company is Sound Vision Technologies. A guy by the name of Jeff Hansen is our CTO. So he's been around probably, I want to say 25, 30 years, working with a lot of networking brands in the past. Most recently, he was the Unify lead at Ubiquity. Another guy that is the chief principal architect for our router line, Chris Buechler. He was the co-founder of PFSense. So our Route 10, we'll talk a little bit about it here shortly, but it's been announced and it's been released. But he and his team has been cranking away and working away very hard to get that Route 10 out. And we're excited to be able to show you guys what we have coming out and what we have working on. So we'll jump right into the core values of Alta Labs. These are the 5 things that we feel that we are kind of helping you guys succeed and why people should choose Alta Labs. So reliability and performance is huge. We've tested our products against other brands and products that are comparable to our access points and switches, and we've come out on top a lot of these against a lot of these brands and products. So make sure you guys test out our products. There's a lot of packages that you guys can look into that are affordable to get you guys going, like the launch pack that we're giving out. That's available through 21st Century. Make sure you guys talk to your sales rep and look for those because we've tested our products and we outperform. We want to make sure. I know you guys are in this training. We're talking about it, but it's better to get the products in your hands and you guys test it for yourselves if you guys haven't already. The third piece is support from real people. One of those guys is Matt Bear on our line right now. So when you're calling and talking to our guys, you're talking to real technical guys based here in the U.S. So we have guys that are willing and able to assist via phone, via email, via live chat, or even our forum. So that's all available at no additional cost. Free training resources are available. There's a bunch of YouTube videos right now. Let me see. There's a bunch of YouTube videos right now that's available in our YouTube channel. Just search Alta Labs. But we are looking to add more into there as needed. In the future, we will have certification programs that you guys could sign up for as well, but that's in the future. But there's also a lot of knowledge base information that you guys could utilize. So there's a lot of free training resources that are available right now, all through our either YouTube channels or on our webpage at alta.inc. There's a bunch. So if there's anything that you guys are missing or wanting to learn more about, feel free to reach out to us. Our email is just sales@alta.inc or support@alta.inc. We are channel friendly. We provide a stronger margin structure and more protection than our competitors. When you see our products online, it's going to be listed at MSRP. So we do have a MAP policy in place and are structured for our installers to make money selling our product as well as on the installation. So I know a lot of guys that use Alta Labs. They package it as a deal when they do an install and do kind of an install and product pricing. So they're not itemizing it when they're doing the package and doing a quote for their customers. But as I mentioned, our margin structure is stronger than others. Like I said, where there's MAP available, and it's listed right on our website. If there's any MAP violations, we'll jump on it right away. So the Alta Labs experience, we pride ourselves in being available. We are community driven, so we listen to our customers. If you guys have any insights or requests for feature requests, suggestions, bug reports, feel free to jump on our forum.alta.inc. All of our engineers are on there, our support team's on there. So a lot of guys are just viewing the forum just to make sure we're getting all those answers or all those questions answered. And then, as I mentioned, help.alta.inc, that's where our knowledge base article sits. We'll continue to add more and more on there as well. Jumping into the hardware piece, as I mentioned, some of you guys have used our products, but a lot of you guys might not have used our products. So we'll go over some of the products that we have that we launched with a couple of years ago, but we'll jump into the new products as well. But the products that we have is our access points, routers, and switches. And we launched with the AP6 and AP6 Pro about 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago. The biggest difference between these two products is that the AP6 is indoor rated and it's 2x2 on the 5 gig band. They are Wi-Fi 6 access points. The Pro, however, is IP54 rated, so you can install these outdoors under an eave. It is IP54, so it's got the official IP54 rating on it. Comparable to our AP6, the AP6 Pro is 4x4 on the 5 gig band, so the throughput increases by over 30% over the AP6. So Working with Qualcomm, we are the only one that has a Wi-Fi 6 access point with Wi-Fi 7 benefits. Specifically, the big feature for Wi-Fi 7 is 4K QAM modulation that helps you guys be able to have a 6.3 gig of Wi-Fi capacity through this access point. Recently, I want to say a couple months ago, we've launched with our outdoor access point. So this is a fully IP68 rated outdoor access point. You can install this outdoors, fully exposed to the element with no issues. It will include a pole mount if needed, but you can mount these on a wall as well. The performance is going to be equal to or not greater than the AP6 Pro, and thermal specs are definitely greater than the AP6 Pro. So if you're installing these in homes or commercial locations that need outdoor coverage as well, AP6 the AP6 Pro Outdoor is a perfect fit for your network solution. Okay, couple of years ago, like I mentioned, we've launched with more products. The other products that we've launched with is 3 switches. So that we have an 8-port, a 16-port, and a 24-port switch. Let's talk a little bit about each of these switches. The 8-port switch have a pretty healthy PoE budget of 60 watts. 4 of those ports are PoE plus capable, but you have 8 total 1 gig ports available. All of our switches are seamless setup via Bluetooth, via the Alta management interface through Android or iOS. 16-port switch, 120 watt PoE budgets. Half of those ports are PoE plus, but these include SFP ports, so up to 1 gig. Our switches are designed from the ground up, especially with our access points as well. All those are designed from the ground up with kind of reliability and performance in mind. So what we found out on these switches is that once you have those SFP ports turned on, the heat is generated from those ports heavily. So instead of stacking on top of each other like other switches, we have it side by side and added those vent holes to help with heat dissipation. The LED lights on these are interchangeable. You can change it to multiple colors, so it doesn't have to stay purple. And the 24-port switches are available now as well. 16 of those ports, however, are PoE plus, so more than half. And these are up to 240 watt PoE budgets. And the biggest difference between these, besides the ports, are that the SFP ports on these are the SFP plus, so up to 10 gig. So you can do 1 gig, 2.5, 5 gig, or 10 gig. So with a lot of requests in recent years, people were wanting a local controller. So for those that don't want to host our products on the cloud, a local controller is available. So the difference between ours and other local controllers is that ours can handle up to 1,000 Alta devices. Other controllers that we've seen in the market can handle about 250 to 300 branded devices. With ours, like I said, up to 1,000 Alta devices. What we also did was that we have built in a redundant power source where you can power these up via PoE or the power adapter on the back of the unit. So if one goes down, the other one should kick in. So that includes that redundant power supply. Now this one is what we're very excited about. I think 21st Century should receive these in pretty soon, if not already. But these have launched. We talked about this for the past year now, launched at CEDIA. But this is a very disruptive router for the market. As I mentioned, the co-founder of pfSense, Chris Buechler, is the head of our router line. So here are the hardware specs: 4 2.5 gig ports. 2 of those are PoE plus enabled, so you can power up access points or whatever power devices that you need as well through the switch. They also include 2 SFP plus ports, so up to 10 gigs. So it's a 10 gig router for $199 MSRP. Initial release specs on the software side is listed on our website, as well as post-release features. So if you haven't looked at our specs yet, just go to alta.inc. There's data sheets and all that information on our router available now on our website. A couple of things that I do want to mention, because we do get a lot of requests and get asked a lot about these future products. We are going to come out with a 48 port switch that will include 4 SFP plus ports. And those PoE switches, all 48 ports will be PoE enabled. So that will come out early part of next year, as well as our Wi-Fi 7 access points. So they will include our in-wall access points as well, as a next phase and next generation of access points. Okay, that's all I have on the hardware side. But feel free, if you guys have any questions, Matt Bear, as I mentioned, is monitoring those questions in chat.
You're doing a good job answering them, so I appreciate it, Matt.
Oh, that's perfect.
My pleasure.
And that helps. That helps us continue on and talk about other products, and not just products, just the software side and how you guys can monetize your network with Alta Labs. So here's an example that I do want to mention, a few examples. Here's a case study that we did at a student complex near Notre Dame University. So utilizing Alta Pass, and I'll mention that and talk about Alta Pass a little bit here. Alta Pass is one of a patented feature by Alta Labs. You won't see this feature with any other brand. So all you need is basically one SSID, and you can have multiple passwords. And those passwords is what give you network access to the system, to your network. But with ours as well, you can assign VLANs by password. You can set or you can do rate limiting by password. So upload, download speed by password. But also you can bypass filter if you need, bypass hotspot, and bypass scheduling based on that schedule and based on that password. So here's an example where that complex that I just shown went from 72 SSIDs to 1. And what makes this special using Alta Pass is that they're monetizing off of this. Before, they were just offering a guest network for 5 meg packages for all these students for free. But with the Alta Pass, they're now able to offer an optional service of 50 gig and 100 meg packages to the customers. And that password with the rate limiting can help assign what they want and charge for the students. So this is a win-win for the property owner, win-win for the customer as well. So for example, now the customer, if they buy a 100 meg package and they decide to leave their complex or apartment and go to the fitness center or the pool, they're still tied to that 100 meg package because you got the same SSID down at the pool or fitness center. So it's not roaming from SSID to SSID because it's tied to that password. So it's a great technology, and it's a patented technology that you won't see with any other brands. Here's another example, a Solus community that's brand new down in St. George, Utah. It's near it's on the Black Rock Desert golf course, where I think the PGA Tour just recently wrapped up one of their first ever competition or tournaments. So this is a 48 plus acre property. They're going to start with 128 homes and 56 townhomes, using and allowing and offering Alta Labs as the premier and only networking products for these homes. So they felt like a lot of these homes, they use when they use their own routers or network, it isn't very good. So they want to be able to offer a reliable, high performing networking solution with all their home uh, sales. So they've partnered with Alta Labs, and they will be offering Alta Labs in all these homes to make sure that IoT devices that they are putting in these homes are running properly and correctly. So we're excited about that partnership with this home builder. Another home builder that we partnered up with is a custom home builder called Diamond Built. If you need case studies for these two, they're on our website. But here's just an example of a home they recently did. It's over 8,000 square feet. The home is 26 rooms, 3 floors, and they were able to accomplish a full home Wi-Fi solution with 3 access points to the AP6 Pro. And then I believe they're running a 24 port and a 16 port switches to run other devices as well, not just Alta access points. So we're grateful and pretty excited about this home builder choosing Alta Labs as the premier partner for all their networking solutions as well. The last piece that I do want to mention is that time is money. So what we recently did as a kind of our own case study and benchmark is we did an install contest or competition between Aruba, Ubiquiti, and TP-Link. So this is available on our Alta Labs YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do. There's a bunch of content there. But we recently did a full install from initial setup, not using any of these brands before to finish. So with ours, we finished within 3 minutes and 16 seconds. As you can see there, the longest one was 9 minutes and 14 seconds. So make sure, like I said, you check these videos out. But like I said, time is money. The more installs that you guys can do and burn through installs and moving on to the next project, these minutes add up in your day. So we're super excited about how easy to use, easy to manage, how easy it is to install our products. And this shows that time is money, and we can save you guys a lot of time installing Alta access points versus other brands.
Speaking of money, let's go ahead and raffle off launch pack right now. Sean Jarrett, I'm going to send you a quick message. We are getting you a Alta Labs launch pack. That includes what now, Tony? That's the Switch 8, right? And
Yep.
2 access points.
Correct. So 2 access points in the Switch will get you started, so you can start playing with our controller. And everybody actually, the cloud controller is free. So if you go to manage.alta.inc, you can sign up and you can log in right into the controller and start playing with it. But Sean, you'll be able to use it with hardware as well. So excited for you to test it out.
And going over our polls too, a lot of you out there looks like have not tried Alta Labs, so hopefully this changes it. It looks like we have 82% of you actually are not currently using Alta Labs, and obviously same would go for the Summit program, which we'll go over. But there's a lot of looks like a lot of opportunity here for us, Tony, with getting our customers onto Alta Labs.
That's perfect. So one thing that I would mention, like I said, a lot of guys like Ben Moore, Jeff Hansen, myself, Matt Bear, we did work at Ubiquiti. We came from Ubiquiti, so we naturally get compared against Ubiquiti, but we're much more than that. We learned from those things at Ubiquiti, like support, making sure products are released properly, and making sure they work right away. So, but we're much more than just being compared to Ubiquiti. Like I said, we're compared against the higher end enterprise products as well, with some of the features that we have out. Okay. I'll also mention, like I said, time is money, but also you can monetize selling Alta. So this is unique to Alta Labs as well. So you won't see this with any other manufacturers or brands out there. We partner with a company called Xnet that has a relationship with AT&T. So if you are installing our access points in commercial locations and turn on the XNet SSID with a click of a button, you'll be able to monetize and gain passive income from that if AT&T offloads into your network, your access points, basically. If you guys aren't sure what it is, I actually have a minute a video to show you guys what carrier offloading is, and we'll continue from there.
Perfect.
Hey guys, this is Chase with Alta Labs. Have you ever heard of the term carrier offloading? It's a fascinating strategy being leveraged by many of the wireless carriers to help reduce the cost of building and maintaining cell phone towers all across the country and world. If that's a new term or idea for you, that's okay. Alta Labs is here to help. Picture this. As you are driving in your car or walking outside, you typically are in range of a cell phone tower. Your mobile device sends and receives voice and data traffic wirelessly to and from this cell phone tower. Now, thanks to Alta Labs and the technology built into our wireless access points, if you are a building or venue owner, you can partner with some of these big wireless carriers through our partner XNet and provide them the ability to offload some of their traffic onto your Alta Labs access points. In return, they compensate you for every gigabyte of data you pass through your network. This is all done seamlessly once a cell phone user walks within range of an Alta Labs access point that has been configured for carrier offloading. The cell phone or the wireless customer will see the Alta Labs access point as a better connection point and will disconnect from the cell phone tower and connect to the Alta Labs access point. Once the wireless customer leaves the range of an Alta Labs access point, their cell phone automatically rejoins the cell tower's network, all without the wireless customer really having to know about it. If you are concerned about security, AltaPass is here to help. The cellular handoff is all done through Hotspot 2.0 and RadSec authentication, which leverages carrier-grade encryption. With AltaPass, any guests roaming through your network can effortlessly be segmented off from your main network by using our proprietary internet-only network type, and you can even limit the amount of traffic they use with AltaPass rate limiting settings. If you are interested in leveraging this technology in your projects and deployments, please contact the Alta Labs sales team by emailing sales@alta.inc. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, hopefully that helped you guys learn about carrier offloading. You're making money installing access points, and by just turning on that XNet SSID to start. So right now they are offering just commercial location, commercial installs. So not residential now, but just an example, fairly recently, one of the guys we know installed access points in downtown Atlanta, heavy district where there's a lot of restaurants. He made an extra probably $800 that weekend by turning it on. So there was a huge festival going on there as well. So what we've also heard is that people have installing it in a lot of festivals around towns and cities, and have turned on XNet. And like I mentioned, it's as easy as a click of a button, as you can see here. Click on Add XNet SSID. What you get is now watch how it works, and now you can sign up. And if you sign up for a nominal fee, and XNet approves that location, you'll start making money within 30 days of turning it on. They'll actually monitor the location, just making sure there's enough traffic so you guys can make money. So pretty exciting stuff. If you're installing in commercial location, this is a great tool to make extra money selling our products. Jumping in right into kind of the software side of things, I'll talk about a few features since we do have some time here, but feel free to ask any questions with Matt. Like I said, he's monitoring the chat. So as you can see here, there's networking stats going on. So with other brands, you might need a security gateway or a router to see all this. With ours, as long as you have those access points, it's all built into the access point. So we have a DPI engine built into all of our access points, so you don't need additional hardware. So it saves money there. So here you can see top active devices, top active applications, top active network devices. Network devices are Alta products. Active devices is all client devices that you have that you might see. So Jumping into here, filtering is also built into our access point. So you don't need another additional hardware like a Disney Circle or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called. But you can do all the active filtering through the access points. So you can come here and block each applications or categories, as you can see. Blue is the entire category. Red is a specific application. Pretty easy to click and add as many blocks as needed, but also you can block by domain as well. So pretty exciting stuff to see here. Firewall is available if you have our router, a Route 10 installed into your network. Now, when we didn't have our Route 10, you wouldn't have all this information to do or configure because we can't log into other routers, obviously, because we don't have access to their brand. But now, if you have the Route 10, you can see and manage the entire ecosystem all in one single pane of glass. Pretty exciting stuff there. Another feature that we recently added, if you guys have a lot of employees, we added this groups feature. So when you have thousands of sites or hundreds of sites, you needed to invite each employee to those sites to give them access. Now, the problem is if that employee leaves, you have to delete each employee from each individual site. So it can be a pretty pain in the neck if you have hundreds or thousands of sites. But here, based on what we were asked for on our form, we were able to add the user groups in fairly quickly. Like I mentioned, we are community driven and we listen to our customers. So you add the employee into, let's say, the technical staff or group one marketing group. And if the employee leaves, you just pull them out of that group and it will eliminate them from every single site. Like I said, it saves you time as well as now saving you money because the time is very, very valuable when you're setting up all these installs. Let's go back into here. So this is a live network, our headquarters, basically, that I'm showing you guys here. But here's what Alta Path looks like. So if you come here into the settings screen, what we did was we predefined these 5 different categories. And when you add these passwords and throw them into the category, you can now set VLANs, rate limit. If you have the hotspot turned on, ignore schedule, bypass filter, all here based on the password. So that's pretty easy, as you can see, based on what we're seeing and seeing in what's being offered into the current networking solution by other brands. So we're excited, and like I said, it's a patented technology that you won't see this with anywhere else. If you come here, and what's unique here about ours as well is that you can go and turn on your schedule. You can set your scheduling. So if you want the kids to have a certain schedule based on that password, and now you give them a certain password, and then you can bypass the scheduling with your password. So it's very easy to manage and use if you have these scheduling set. So you come here, set your schedule, and then you add that simple bypass or ignore scheduling on your password, and you give yourself a different password. You won't abide by the same scheduling rules as your kids, just an example, right? So pretty easy there. What's unique about ours is that the SSID will continue to broadcast. So kids, once they hit that limit, that 10 o'clock or whatever you have set, they can request more time as needed as well. So instead of turning off the SSID at a certain time, that SSID will continue to broadcast as well. So that's unique just to our system. Hotspot is available here. You turn on hotspot. You can add your own logo, create your own terms and conditions here, or you can populate and have ours that we pre-populated and pre-typed for you guys. or you can route by external URL, redirecting it to a different URL. That's available and possible as well. A couple other features that I do want to show you guys. If you guys come here and click on the actual access points, you'll pull up these cards. So you can make a bunch of changes based on these cards all together here. So as many cards as you like and make these changes. If you come here and go to settings, what you'll notice is that fallback upon failure is automatically defaulted on. This is a great feature specific to Alta Labs. So if you move the network into static and you type in the wrong static IP address or even assign the wrong VLANs, other brands, it will knock down that access points because you mistyped something for the access point. So you actually need to do a truck roll to the location and then have to manually reset the hardware because it goes into this isolation mode. So with ours, you won't need to do that because it will fall back to the last known working state of the access point instead of knocking it offline. So you can accidentally make a change on a Friday, but don't have to worry about Monday until you come into the network and you're like, oh crap, you typed in the wrong IP address. You got to just make sure it's typed in correctly. So the AP will continue to work and it will fall back to the last known working state. Our access points are meshable, so mesh capability are available on all of our access points. They're automatically defaulted, so that is available. Another thing that's awesome with ours is that you can do any of these changes in a live scenario. So before, when you are an admin of a location, you won't be able to make these changes until everyone leaves the office or at a certain time because it knocks down the network. So with ours, you can do anything live because we use a part of the radio that isn't used for the rest of the network to make all these live changes, and it happens on the fly. So pretty cool stuff that you can see with our access points versus others. As you can see there, I just clicked on a quick scan. Network was still flowing and it didn't knock down the network at all. And I'm not worried to knock down our network at Alta Labs headquarters. So I did a quick scan. You'll be able to see all the channels here that you should stay off of if it's too full or having seeing all the interference, and which one you should stay on versus others. So pretty cool, pretty exciting stuff. And with that, Matt, do you want to cover any other stuff at all, Matt Bear? I know I'm talking a lot, so I'm starting to lose my voice.
Actually just had a good question in the Q&A. If you want to pull up as if you were inviting a user to the site, can we do that?
Yeah. So multi-site, that's a good point. So I'll cover multi-site management first real quick. Multi-site management is available. So if you have thousands of sites here, you can search by sites, but also if you like certain settings for that specific site, you can duplicate a site here pretty easily, and all the settings will transfer to that location, that new location. So as mentioned, Matt asked, or the question was asked, how to add a new user. So if you go to this specific site, I'm at SVT, as you can see here. I can invite a certain user to that site. This is a big one because it's our headquarters. So here you click on invite user, you type their email address, and you give them access to different rights to that specific site. You can turn on admin, you can give them all password access, unlock specific access. So pretty cool here, pretty easy to invite a new user to a specific site. So that's our headquarters there. If you go to, let's see, my site here, you'll see users. As you can see, not as much. So I have our CTO here, I have Matt Bear, and I have a specific group to my site. So that's unique to site, and you can invite as many people per site as needed. Great question.
Tony, can you did you want to go over that summit program too a bit?
Yeah, for sure. If we are done with the software for now, we'll jump right into the summit program. So here's another fully funded program by Alta Labs. One of the things where when I was at Ubiquity, people were asking for a partner program, and it wasn't ever going to happen. It's one of the first things that we kind of implemented here at Alta Labs. So here's what it includes if you hit certain tiers. So it's very attainable. And we'll basically send a credit memo to 21st, and they in turn give that credit memo back to you guys, so you guys can purchase more products. So it goes in from tier 4 to summit. So once you hit the summit, we'll work with you what that package looks like. But also with this, not just the cash that's available, you'll get priority support with the priority number that bumps you up at the top of the line whenever you call as soon as you hit tier 4. So 50 units installed, you'll get a priority support phone number that gets you bumped up whenever there's any issues. And all you would need to do is just register on our website as a authorized Alta Labs installer. Once you come here, you fill in the information. It shoots us an email saying you registered, and it gives you an option here to type in your preferred distributor. Make sure you're putting in 21st Century when it comes here, and then we'll make sure we let 21st Century know that you are an authorized installer of ours, which automatically puts you into that partner program. So with that, I'll actually end it there and do some Q&A. If there is more questions, Matt Bear and I are here. Mark's here as well. If you guys have any questions from the 21st Century side of things.
Yeah, especially for you that haven't used Alta before. If you have any additional questions, you need help with system design, these guys are great. Alta Labs, fantastic partner to work with. But you could also reach out to your rep or just email sales@21stcenturydisc.com, and we'll be happy to help you with all of your Alta Labs needs and questions. So just want to throw that out there. Going through the questions here, Matt, looks like you got all of them, right? Roadshow,
I think so. There's some audio issues mixed in here, but yeah, I think anything Alta specific has been addressed. We got a new one here. Wi-Fi 7 APs, we're looking at, I believe, first half of next year, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will include in-wall APs as well.
oh yeah, demo program. We have that would be kind of us offering a demo program too, right? I would reach out to your sales rep. We could work on that for you. Router is currently shipping, right? We should have those in stock very soon, if not already.
Correct.
Anything
so make
else?
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you guys accept pre-orders, Mark?
Yeah, we do. I mean, you talk about the router?
Yeah, for the Route 10.
Yes, we have that set up. I don't believe we have it on our site yet. So reach out to your rep and make sure we get it on. I mean, I think they're hitting like what end of the month, which we're almost there, right?
Yeah, they actually should be hitting, if you haven't received it yet, any day now, but it just depends on how much pre-orders have already been put in the system as well. So, but if you haven't done it already, the sooner the better.
Very good. And then yes, Sean, congratulations on that launch pack. We have those launch packs, available as well. It's just, like we said, it's a switch and 2 access points. So a lot of great stuff from Alta Labs. They put up some great content. They put up some great case studies, like Tony just mentioned. If you want to check out their website, it's actually on their vendor page on our website as well. So make sure you check that out on our dealer website.
And I'd also invite you guys to visit our virtual booth. We have a lot of the content there as well.
Yep. Virtual booths are now open. The Alta is a platinum sponsor. Actually, they are in our Star Points Rewards program as well. So you get multiplier points for every Alta Labs product that you purchase. So appreciate you, Tony, for going through all this, and Matt for answering the questions. It's lunch hour too, guys. If you haven't claimed your Grubhub gift card, make sure you do that. And we will see you back on here in about 10 or so minutes.
Perfect.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Mark.
Tony and Matt.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
you guys.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.